In a previous video, we talked about why people don't trust leaders. Sometimes specifically, why they don't trust you. In this video, we're going to give you 6 great tips to build a relationship based on trust. So here goes tip number 1. Be honest when it costs you something to be honest. In the business of leadership, you get 0 points for being honest if it doesn't cost you something to be honest. For example, one of your employees comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to ask you a question. Are you happy with my performance?" You look at the employee who's a hothead and you say, "I really am glad you asked me, because although I am happy with a couple aspects of your performance, when it comes to your ability to work as a team member and specifically to work cross-departmentally with other departments in our organization, I have really strong concerns that I want to ask, do you see that also as a problem?" Be honest, especially when it costs you something to be honest. Point number 2 is hold all employees equally accountable. Every leader, we have some people who are just easy to lead, and we've got some people who are more challenging to lead. To be successful as a leader and to be trusted, you have to hold all people to high standards and ensure they deliver on both the results and in the respected time frame. That means sometimes you're going to be holding accountable the people who are the easiest for you to lead because they weren't accountable in this one particular area. Here's number 3, and this is going to be the most controversial one that I share. I highly encourage you not to be friends with your employees. If you want to be trusted, you remember this. These team members who report directly to you, they're your colleagues. They're not your friends. Now, so many people have told me, I so totally disagree. I go to happy hour with my friends who are my direct reports. I do things with them on the weekends. And I want you to know this. If you do this, you better hope your friends are the highest performers in the organization. They are the superstars who just make you look like a stellar star. They never create a problem of which you would have to have a coaching and counseling session. And I also want to add this. If you want to be friends with your direct reports, I actually highly encourage it because it's great for our business. It's not necessarily great for you and your business, but it creates great work in the management consulting world. So if you do want to go to happy hour, I encourage you to invite all your team members. I encourage you to actually pay for the first round of drinks, and then I encourage you to get out, because nothing good happens for a leader after the second drink. Here goes number 4. Be fair when it costs you something to be fair. See, what could that look like in real life is that I give one of my employees meets expectations. My boss says, I totally disagree. They should not be meeting expectations. I build a case for my boss to support me in meeting expectations, and I am going to tell you this. Almost always employees know when you're fair, and they also know this. When you take the responsibility to ensure fairness, it confirms that they trust you, and they trust you with their personal and their professional life. Here goes number 5, genuinely care. I work with so many leaders who sometimes ask, so why do I need to care? What if I don't? Employees know. They know when you genuinely care about them, both personally and professionally, they can feel it. I stop by every morning and check in with my team and ask, how's it going? And is there anything I can do to support you? On Mondays, I always check in and I ask a quick question. How was your weekend? And what did you do that was fun? I spend maybe 1 or 2 minutes listening, and it's probably the best 1 or 2 minutes I can spend that day communicating to my team that I really do care. Here's my last one. Guard for work-life balance. I work hard to make sure that my team members are able to get all of their work done and we can meet our clients' deadlines between 7:30 and 5 each day. Why is this important is because when people work really hard, and for example, you send emails at all hours of the night, of which your employees know that they have to respond to meet your expectations, it indirectly says this: you don't really value their personal time, and it indirectly says this: you don't genuinely care for their both work, life, and balance. So here's 6 tips that will make a difference, that if you do put into play, will build a relationship where your people truly do trust you.